Okay, let me try to fix this really quick. There you go, that's a little bright in the background. Lower that a little bit. And then let me get that, there we go, that's a little better. See if we can get a few more people joined in here. Turn on live chat. See if we can get this going, guys. Thanks for joining in tonight, by the way. Looks like we got a few people joining in, so welcome everybody. If you guys are just joining in, don't forget to hit that like button. I'll wait until a few more people join in, if anything. See how everyone's doing tonight. Make sure my chat's on. It's one thing that I always fail to see. If you guys are joining in, don't forget to hit that like button. You're gonna hear a lot of that, so sorry. Oh, what's up, Yo-Yo Gonzalez? What's up, Mr. Sarmiento? How are you doing? Looks like I'm getting a few chats here. Late Saturday night, I decided to do a live stream tonight just because I haven't really posted anything on my YouTube channel, and there's a reason. I tested positive for COVID-19 4 or 5 days ago already. And I've been quarantined at home since last Sunday, which I've been at home for about a week now. So how you guys doing? Everyone okay? So, I just wanted to get on here and chat with my followers, obviously. Let you guys know how I'm doing physically. If you guys have any questions about the virus in general, if we can, I can educate you guys in any way about like the symptoms of the virus or anything like that. Mikey Tech says, do you think that Bluetooth is the way of the future, or wired audio is still there and Bluetooth has bugs and lag latency? I mean, I don't think wired audio is ever going to go away, especially in the professional field. But as far as Bluetooth, I think it's always going to be around. I mean, I don't think either of them are going to be gone. I think in 10 years, probably you're going to see a lot less wired devices. But I mean, again, it's going to go back to like professional audio. But thanks for joining in, guys. Raul, Mr. Sarmiento, Mikey Tech, what's up? Again, I'm recovering from Corona/COVID. YouTube's probably going to demonetize this video. I don't know why they are like against, I guess, anyone posting anything Corona related or anything like that. But I'm here. Let's see if I can get a few more people into the chat tonight. Let me see if I can share this on Twitter, actually. See if my Twitter followers will want to chit chat with me also. If you guys have any questions about how the virus has been going, it kind of sucks, honestly. For me specifically, in the area that I live, the numbers like basically jumped up by like 700%. And I unfortunately was one of those numbers that happened before the 4th of July holiday. And a lot of people ask me, well, where did I catch the virus or get the virus, or who do you think I got it from? And most likely I got it at work, you know what I mean? I mean, it's pretty simple. I work in retail, and that's pretty much where a vast majority of the population goes. So it was only a matter of time. And whomever I got it from, I don't, there's no there's no blame or anything like that. I don't, people are sick and they don't know they're sick, and then they pass the infection on to somebody else or something like that. And it was just for me, I just decided, when I thought it was a sinus infection for me, and I ended up, losing my sense of smell and taste. And that's what kind of freaked me out. I was like, whoa, like, I thought it was just runny nose and sneezing for me, Mikey Tech says, in my opinion, they're already getting rid of headphone jack. On a lot of devices, some people are still saying Bluetooth has some laggy latency. I kind of figured you caught the virus until you catch the virus. A lot of people weren't taking it serious, and they're not. A lot of them are still going to the beach. A lot of them are still having backyard parties with their friends. Going to cruise nights or whatever like that. Going to restaurants, and I don't know if bars are still open, but uh, I mean, they're not helping with the numbers, obviously, and people are, their parents. My entire family got it. My mom and both my mom and my dad both, got the virus, and they're both, battling it with me. So it's been pretty ugly. So hopefully you guys can keep my family in your prayers on that. You know what I mean? SpongeBob SquarePants says, "Oh no, I'm so sorry." Welcome, SpongeBob. um, I mean, don't apologize. A lot of people a lot of my friends and family reached out, and I'm very happy that they did. You know what I mean? And a lot of them are saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I'm just like, "Well, why are you apologizing?" You know what I mean? Like, don't apologize. It's not your fault that we got the virus. You know what I mean? It's nobody's fault. I mean, well, no one down here's fault, I guess, except for not following the rules. People not wearing their mask and washing their hands, obviously, right? Um, but obviously, it's a pandemic. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be pointing fingers and blaming the greater public and whatnot. You know what I mean? Just keep me in your prayers and keep my family in your prayers that everything's okay. I've been medicating I've been medicating since the beginning, and luckily my fever has stayed down for the most part. So I'm today, and which I was very shocked to see that I woke up to a temperature of 98.6 this morning, and I was like, whoa! Like, I've had fever all week. Like, the day before it was like 101. Let's see. Mikey Tech says people feel bad for you because it was unexpected. You caught the virus. It's not like you weren't doing your part. I was trying my best to do my part, but at the end of the day, again, you can do your best, and at the end of the day, like, you can still get it. So I just think it's crazy how much the numbers have blown up, especially in the state of Texas, because Texas was one of the low regions. I remember when the virus first started. Coming out, and it was just crazy, right? And New York, obviously, and California, areas like California, were major cities were hotspots, right? And the area I live, which was South Texas, metropolitan area is about 1.2 million, which is still a pretty big amount, right? And just for this little area, that doesn't include undocumented immigrants. Hey, what's up, Michael Hill? Ugh. They killed Dumbledore. I've been watching Harry Potter all day, by the way. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, chit chat with you guys, let you guys know how I'm doing. Luckily, the worst of my symptoms was probably the fever and the body aches, which, I was still able to get up. And yesterday, I probably had a little scare, though, because yesterday my breathing was a lot more labored, and it did hurt a little bit to take breaths or whatever yesterday. Today that's all gone, luckily. Just still a cough, right? But like yesterday I felt pressure in my lungs, and I was reading that, like, not to lie on your back, I guess. So I was laying on my side all day. Like, when I was sitting down, like watching TV or whatever, I was laying on my side so that I wasn't putting pressure on my back, because you're technically squashing your lungs, I guess, when you're laying on your back. So I did that. I took that advice, and I've just been taking supplements. I've been taking Airborne. I've been taking vitamin D. Everyone's been telling me vitamin D, zinc, and vitamin C are going to help, and I've been on a Z pack that the doctor prescribed me, which the Z pack is, I don't know if it's worked or not, but it's giving me a lot of loose bowel movements, if you know what I mean. But other than that, today I feel like I had a lot more energy. I can get up, I can move around, and nothing hurts, and that's good. I'm starting to kind of see like an upward progression when it comes to the sickness over here. I did do an unboxing of the Umidigi A7 Pro, which Kevin Bree sent to me. And Kevin Breeze, shout out to him, by the way. He reached out to me as soon as he found out that I had COVID, and he was very, you know, knowledgeable on the subject. You know, he's done a lot of research, and he was giving me all this advice, etc., like that. So, you know, I took a lot of the advice he told me, and a lot of people have reached out in general. So, yeah, building up the immune system is, I think, the hard part. So yeah, I've been taking a Z pack is an antibiotic. Um, my parents also, my mom's on a Z pack. For whatever reason, the doctor did not prescribe my dad a Z pack though. Um, I don't know why. Like when they've been prescribing everyone, so I need to kind of question that because his fever is still about the same. You know what I mean? And he's starting to sound like a little bit hoarse from the throat. So I can tell that he's starting to get worse, or it sounds like he's starting to get worse. But we do have amoxicillin, which we buy. He buys in Mexico, so I'm gonna have him start taking those pills starting tomorrow. Even though he should have already been taking them since he tested positive on Thursday. So let's see. Mikey Tech says you got okay. My friend who just told me not to come around me has the virus, and I saw him on Skype. He's been taking hydroxyclean, the Z-Pack, and zinc, and yeah, that's basically the Z-Pack, hydro, whatever it's called. Yeah, a lot of vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D also will help. So, uh, Michael Hill says that you just got the notification. Michael Hill says you have COVID. The title of this video says I tested positive. So yes, I do. I do, unfortunately. Michael Hill. I've been quarantined since last Sunday, minus when I went to the doctor to get tested, and they did the nasal swab on me, which a lot of people are scared to do, but they only did it in one nostril, and I got luckily my doctor, I got like rapid tested, I guess, so they got the results the same day, or I got the results the same day, and I was able to take my mom as a walk-in that day also, luckily, because they were very limited on the amount of tests that they were giving that day, and I told her, you better come with me, because she was already exhibiting fever as well, and then my dad, as soon as we get home, he says, oh, I have fever also, so we're just like, I guess like we all have it, I guess, you know what I mean? Okay, well, anyways, Michael Hill, yes, I do have COVID, and it's scary because you turn on the TV and you see all of the media covering what's going on in the hospitals and people battling it, etc., like that. Some people are obviously their bodies are handling the virus not so great. Me, I think I would be like on day like 7 or 8, or maybe even like maybe higher on the virus number as far as that goes. I feel like the worst of my symptoms have already passed though, or what could have been worst of the symptoms, you know what I mean? And I don't know, you know what I mean? I hear that some people have had the virus for more than 2 weeks, you know what I mean? And they're still exhibiting symptoms. Some people have had it for months and they just can't kick it, you know what I mean? Their body is not fighting it, the immune system should, you know what I mean? Which is scary. It's very scary. Um, if you guys, are lucky enough to not have caught this virus yet, I suggest you guys wear your masks. You know what I mean? Anytime you go out, don't try to find the medical grade, I guess, type of masks or whatever. The ones that have like the blue and the white on the outside. I mean, you can wear those cloth masks, but they're really not going to protect you as good as these ones. Or if you can even find N95 masks, those will work even better for you. What's Mikey Tech saying? I have to go on 14-day quarantine according to my doctor, but I talked to my job, and they said that I don't have to wait the 14 days as long as I show 72 hours without symptoms, then I should be okay. But the only thing that is concerning me is that my parents both still have it, you know what I mean? I mean, they're still fighting it with me. So, I love tech a lot. What's up? let's see, what symptoms do you have? Just got on the live stream. Okay, so let me go over the symptoms that I've had since I've had the virus with you guys. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Um. So, anyways, so I'm trying to catch my breath here because talking a lot also makes me lose my breath really quick. That's why, and I'm just not used to, I guess, talking as frequently since I've been at home all week. Okay, so since day one of the virus, or since I guess, started exhibiting symptoms of the virus, I started off with just like a scratchy throat. I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was allergies because the wind in my area started changing really bad, and usually when it gets windy outside, I get really bad allergies. So a couple days later, I started showing like nasal congestion, which, okay, I was like, oh man, I'm catching a cold. You know what I mean? Because I really didn't want to think the worst of it, right? We know what the symptoms are, Mikey. Anyways, so anyways. Um, I had runny and sneezy, I guess. I had some runny nose and sneezy days, and for like that, kind of stretched for a couple of days, and I bought what's called the Leaf Sinus D, and it clears you up when you have like sinuses, and that's what I was taking. I was taking a Leaf D for my I guess my allergies or my sinuses, or for what I guess now would be the virus. Saturday, which was July the 4th, I went to work, and it was a normal day for the most part. I was still taking meds for my runny nose because, again, I thought it was just a runny nose at the time. And then that evening, when I got home, excuse me, we went to work. I did my thing. Make sure I cleaned everything at work that I could. I sanitized everything before I left because I was closing my department that night. And then I went home, and my mom made some food, and I ate the food, and I could not taste it at all. So that was a huge indicator for me, and that was a scary thing. Uh, that was a scary thing that I couldn't taste anything, and it wasn't like I could barely taste anything. I couldn't taste anything at all. Like, I was like, whoa, like what's going on? Like, I felt like I had a condom on my tongue or something like that. That sounds kind of like weird, I guess, right? And I never noticed the sense of smell gone, I guess, because like sometimes I just have really bad sense of smell in general. So that's just, to me, that seems normal, having not a great sense of smell most of the time. So that was Saturday night. Sunday morning, again, I woke up with body aches, and at the time I didn't have a thermometer, so I woke up a little bit early that day. I was supposed to work that day, and I told my parents, I'm like, I can't taste anything. Like, I'm eating. Like, I went and got myself breakfast, and again, I said I can't taste anything. Like, I bought like an iced coffee with like pancakes and whatever else, and yo, you got games on your phone? I do have games on my phone, but I'm talking about the Corona here. Okay, so I'm talking about my story here, guys. So anyway, so I went in search of thermometer because I wasn't tracking my temperature, and I know that fever is an indicator that you have. It could be a sign that you have the virus, right? So, I went to several locations where thermometers are basically like sold out everywhere. Um, Kristen Pate, thanks for joining in, by the way. So, after going to like Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, I finally found an ear thermometer at Target, and it's this brand. It's called Braun or whatever. They didn't have any in the adult section, so I went to the baby section, and I recommend all of you guys go and buy one of these. Link in the description below, right? Just kidding. But I went and bought one, and that's when I started tracking my temperature, and my temperature wasn't very high. It was like 99, So I called in. I told my boss, hey, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna risk it. These are the symptoms that I have. I told my top store leader, because I work in retail, and then they told me, well, are you gonna get tested? And I told them I'm gonna give it a couple of days, and if I'm not seeing any signs of me getting better, then I will go ahead and let you guys know. So Monday, which was again this past week or whatever, um, I was very scared to get the nasal swab test, so I found a place that was doing the blood tests, right? Which I don't know if you guys are aware, but you can actually get like a blood test that will indicate whether you are showing positive antibodies for the corona, which in my case, I tested negative. I spent $40. It was a waste of money though, because I ended up testing positive 2 days later from the virus. So basically, my job requires you to not, to be able to go back to work, you have to be not exhibiting symptoms for 72 hours, which is 3 days. So it was already Tuesday, and I was still exhibiting symptoms. And this time it was higher fever. My sense of taste and smell was gone. Again, body aches, minor chills. I wasn't really. By then, my nose had already cleared up though. Like my sinuses weren't bothering me anymore. Um, so right then, I think it was just maybe my throat though. Although I wasn't really coughing or showing any type of congestion, but I could feel, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like if I could draw like a line of the tubes that go down your throat, right? I could feel. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna show you my chest. Sorry, guys, are gonna get a little. It's gonna get a little X-rated here, right? But when I breathed in, I could feel like the tubes, like I don't know, like it was weird. Like if I was sucking on a Vicks, a throat lozenge, and then you know how it feels like where when it kind of opens you up like that, you know what I mean? So every time I would breathe in, like take deep breaths, like that, like I could feel it, like you could feel it. It was weird. So I was like, okay, like this wasn't a joke anymore to me. So I was like, and I was worried about my family because my mom was around me, my dad was around me, and my sister kept telling me to go to the doctor. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the doctor. Like, I found a doctor, luckily, with the recommendation of my friend who got tested this literally like the day before I did. And he said, go to this place. They're gonna check you the same day. And I went as a walk-in, and I got lucky because I had gone that morning, and they said, oh, we're not testing right now because we don't have any more tests, but we might get some in the afternoon, they said. But I still said I still want to check up with the doctor anyway. So the doctor checked me. He's like, yeah, you have a temperature, whatever. Your throat looks irritated. He looked at my ears also and whatever else. So he's like, I want you to come back. He's like, we're going to get the test later on this afternoon. He's like, I want you to test for COVID, and I'm going to test you for like influenza and strep throat. So they tested me for all three. Obviously, the other tests came out negative, right? And COVID was the positive test. So again, by then, I was still just exhibiting symptoms as far as like just body aches and fever and like fatigue. The fatigue wasn't. I don't think the fatigue was too crazy on my end. Like I was still able to get up and walk around. Drink some water. I'm sorry. So I was still able to get up and walk around. I never lost my appetite during this, by the way, which is good. I think that being able to eat and still drink uh, has helped me, I guess, because you have to flush all the bad crap out of your system, right? Um, so again, the body aches continued up until maybe about yesterday. And yesterday when I woke up with a lesser temperature. I think my temperature had gone down from like 100 to like the high 99s. So yesterday, even though my temperature had gone down, I still noticed that my breathing was a little bit labored, or it was a little bit tougher for me to breathe yesterday than it was, the prior couple days. So I was taking the advice of my sister, and I was doing breathing exercises, and I had been doing breathing exercises all week. Frank Crawford says, "Yeah, I've been there, done that. 5 days, you feel like crap and have fever." Yeah, I mean, pretty much. So I'm just going over what symptoms I've had with my followers here. So, anyways, um, and you guys are gonna hear this from a lot of other people, right? But yeah, so yesterday though, what really scared me was that, like, again, my breathing was a little more labored yesterday, even though my other symptoms were kind of calming down. Like, that was what was scaring me a little bit. So, I was practicing those breathing exercises all day, and my my mom told me, "Hey, let's go outside and let's get some sun for a couple of minutes." So I went, and I put my mask on because I'm still wearing my mask around my parents, right? And this was the first time that, and maybe because it was probably 100 degrees outside, but this was the first time that I was like, whoa, like I felt lightheaded, like I started to feel like dizzy and like wobbly, you know what I mean, just from being outside. So I told my mom, "I'm sorry, I have to go back inside," because like just walking around my backyard was like a task. So, and I think it was one point where like I started kind of seeing things like like it was a sunny day, but like everything started getting brighter. So I kind of thought to myself, I was like, shit, I think I'm gonna pass out or faint if I don't get inside now. So I went inside and I sat down and I catched my breath, and then I continued to practice my breathing exercises, um, which was scary because like that probably has never happened to me as far as like my oxygen levels go. You know what I mean? And I know at that time my oxygen levels were probably not very good, so that's why I came back inside to like recover. And then after that, I let myself recover a little bit, and then I basically what I did was I was walking around for a good like 30 minutes, like around my entire house, like on the inside of the house, just so that my body can, you know, I guess reoxygenate itself or something like that. You know what I mean? I wanted to see how long I could stand without tiring out or like wanting to sit down. So I stood for a good 30 minutes, and for the most part, like that was good. I didn't, I wasn't feeling dizzy after that. It was okay. So, so today, today I woke up with a 98 degree temperature, and I've still taking my medications, obviously, right? I'm still taking my meds. Again, I've been taking a lot of like airborne, like I don't know if you guys are familiar with airborne, basically immunity boosters, um, like vitamin C, just whatever, some like whatever vitamins we have sitting around the house, I guess. Um, and for the most part today, I felt pretty good. Yeah, I was kind of stress testing my lungs to see how long I could blow, like on a balloon, for instance. Like there's doctors that say to do like breathing exercises with balloons. So I had my sister bring balloons. So they say that you should be able to blow up a balloon with like 3 breaths. Frank, I've been out of work all week, man. So you now have an excuse not to go to work tomorrow. So I don't wish this on anybody, by the way. Like, I mean, obviously everyone's body reacts differently to it. I'm lucky that myself and my parents have been showing minor symptoms, you know what I mean? But, this virus can last in you for weeks or even months, you know what I mean? Um, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the next couple days go, I guess. I'm feeling a lot better than I did a couple days ago, so that's good. Still gonna medicate. Still gonna do what I need to do. to get better and get back on my feet, obviously, right, guys? But I just wanted to keep you updated on that, or I guess I wanted to let you guys know about that. Frank, it doesn't sound like you're too happy, man. I don't know, or it sounds like there's a little bit of attitude, man. I don't know what's going on there. Um, so I hope you're doing okay, man. I mean, I don't know if you're against the virus and the propaganda of the virus or whatever's going on there, man. But I hope you or your family are not personally affected by this right now. You know what I mean? I mean, it was one thing that I got it, but the fact that myself and I most likely gave it to my entire family, which was my mom and my dad, here at home. Which I kind of feel bad for, but the thing is, we all work in retail, so it could have been any of us, obviously, that brought it home. But most likely it was me because I'm the full time employee, and I'm the one interacting with the most people in my job. Um, so, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everyone hates being sick, man. I mean, and I'm not looking for any sympathy over here, man, from you or for my fans, obviously. Um, but I wanted to just get out here and talk to you guys about it and let you guys know, hey, like, how I've been doing, how I've been handling the virus. And if you guys want any tips or tricks or anything like that, again, vitamin A, D, and zinc are supposed to help. I've been kind of taking all of that. I've been taking immunity boosters, which again are stuff like Airborne. I haven't really changed my diet too much. I know a lot of people say, well, you need to eat foods rich in this, and that. And that might be the case, you know what I mean, for some people. For me, I mean, I've never been a healthy eater, right? Um, it's just never been my thing to eat a lot of healthy items. I'm more of a junk food eater. I always have been. My diet hasn't changed too much since then, though. You know what I mean? I mean, I've cut down on soda. Obviously, I hadn't drank soda for like an entire week, so that's why I seem more not as peppy as I usually am. Sorry, I love tech. Or let's see, I love tech a lot. I might have missed your symptoms. Hold on. That sounds like me, but I've had body ache, sore throat. I mean, if you're not 100% sure, man, go get tested anyway, regardless if you're not having fever or not. It's better to be safe than sorry, obviously, especially if you're around your family. If you have like siblings or your mom or your dad are living with you, and make sure you're wearing your mask around them. Especially if you're showing any type of symptoms. For me, I don't think I had fever. Oh yeah, I've been drinking lots of liquids. Believe it. Excuse me. I finally got Whataburger earlier, or I got Whataburger delivered to me earlier, and that was good. Although right afterwards my stomach was a little bit upset, but luckily I haven't had any really upset stomachs. The only thing that has been upsetting my stomach is the medication I've been taking, which is the Z-Pack, and it's not taking away my hunger or anything like that. It's just making me again have loose bowel movements. So thanks, Frank. Take it easy, man. Appreciate you. Um, I love tech a lot. I think you're from the Valley, right? Also, if you are from the Valley, you should get tested. I don't know if I would get tested. They gave you a Z-Pack and Pepsid. That's weird. You're not supposed to take antacids with the Z-Pack, though. It even says do not take antacids with the Z-Pack. So I don't know about that. That's weird. But anyway, um, you should get tested. I mean, it's quick. I think the scarier part is waiting and waiting to get tested. For me, like they took me into the laboratory at the doctor's office. I went to a clinic in South McAllen that gives you the results the same day. They lean you back. The lady says close your eyes. They stuck the thing in my nose. It went straight up there. Obviously, they went as far back as they can go. So, anyways, um, Hey, mama. Sorry, my little dog wants to get up and say hi to everyone. But anyways, my um, yeah, pretty much the test was quick though. Like I was in and out within like a few minutes. Minus the fact that she was testing me for like influenza and strep throat. I couldn't do the test for strep. I gag really easily, so I told her I'm sorry, I can't do the strep test. I'm like, just get the other test done and we'll go from there. Um, yeah, they are using Z packs, and I know they're using I don't know, they're using other stuffs I guess, but I know Z pack is one of the main items that they're prescribing the COVID patients. So I'm like, okay. Prior to my Z pack, I was taking amoxicillin though, and my temperature was, at bay. It was where it needed to be. You know what I mean? Which was 99, and then once I started the Z pack, that's when my temperature started going up. And I was like, oh, like like maybe the Z pack's not working. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, just practice those breathing exercises. Keep an eye on your fever. And go get tested, man. Like, find a doctor that will get you tested. Hopefully, they can get you test results the same day. But like in my case, I went to Physicians Family Clinic in South McAllen, which is on Broadway in downtown. It's in downtown McAllen, and they take walk-ins. If you go in the morning, because that's like the best time to go because they open, I believe, like at 8:30. I asked the doctor, and they said it's very rare that your pets can catch COVID or whatever. I mean, they can. I have 4 dogs, and the thing is, they've been around me. They've been around my mom, and they've been around my dad, like since we've been sick and prior to us being sick. So there's no way, like there's no way, my dog would be sick with me right now if they were sick. You know what I mean? And all my animals have been fine so far. So I hear cats are more prone to getting it though. That's just what I've heard though. But yeah, today again, other than the fact that I've been coughing, which I'm taking cough meds for, right? They prescribed me cough medication as well, which to be honest has helped a lot. Right now I do have a little bit of a cough. I took my medicine probably like a couple of hours ago. I'll probably take it a little bit. I'll take it again before I go to sleep tonight. Um, my sleeping. I think the good part about, well, I guess the main part about me having this virus is that like I've been able to sleep, even though like when I had body sores, I had a lot of discomfort. So it's kind of very difficult to get comfortable when you're in bed, and trying to sleep. You know what I mean? Um, so I mean, again, sleep on your side. Do what you can do. Start. You know, to take prevent. If you start feeling sick, you know what I mean. Start taking preventative medicine. Start taking vitamin D. Start taking vitamin C. Start taking that zinc if you have it. And it's right now all that crap is impossible to find. But try to find or eat foods that are rich in that stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, that's gonna help you. And I don't know. I mean, for the most part, I've just been resting a lot. I haven't been doing a lot. I've been sitting. Um, Today, I've literally just been watching Harry Potter all day on the USA Network. So, um, that's been entertaining to me. Um, Try to keep your mind in a positive state more than a negative state. I mean, I know it's scary, and your body's gonna react to how you're mentally doing as well. So if you're mentally thinking you're gonna get worse and all this crap, then you're gonna get worse. You know what I mean? So I just try to keep my mind off of all the negative crap. I try to stay off social media also, just because it's very hard though, because you want to stay up to date with what's going on. Like earlier, we found out that 2 of our local cops were shot after they responded to just a domestic call. And when they showed up to the door, the guy that answered the door shot both cops dead, and then he killed himself, which is horrible, right, for the cops. I have friends that are working for my local police department, and my brother-in-law works for law enforcement as well. So it was very disheartening hearing that. Thanks, Mikey Tech. I'm glad I'm on my way to recovery. Also, again, right now, because of the virus, my videos are probably going to. You're not going to see me probably post a video for a while, at least as far as reviews go. I do have the Umidigi A7 Pro, which I unboxed on Monday before I found out that I had the virus, right? And that's when I posted and uploaded the video. And that video did pretty good. It has like 1,000 views. So thanks, Kevin Breeze, again. Shout out to you for sending me that item. I appreciate that. Right now I am live streaming. I'm not live streaming on the Umidigi A7 Pro. I'm actually live streaming on the TCL 10 Pro, which I still have, by the way. I'm thinking about selling it and the 10L, by the way. Although I'm gonna have to like Lysol the crap out of them when I sell them, I guess, because I've been using them, right, prior to COVID, I guess. But anyway, I don't know. What questions do you guys have for me? You guys, no one has liked this video, by the way, guys. Hit that like button, please. Hit that like button, guys. What's going on? I need you all to hit that like button. If you guys have any questions for me, though, before I get off, so I can go sit down and rest. Take another airborne right now before I go to sleep. I love tech a lot. What do you mean, like? Oh, there we go. Somebody else liked the video finally. Well, I don't have to sell it to anyone specifically here on the live stream, Mikey Tech. But I can still sell it online, eBay or whatever. But obviously, if I were to sell it, I would wipe it down and I would Lysol the crap out of it before even boxing it back up. You know what I mean? That would just be the right thing to do. So, thanks for liking the video. I love tech a lot. I appreciate that. Whew. I'm just catching my breath here, but okay, guys. I guess I'm gonna get off since no one's really saying anything except Mikey Tech. Mikey Tech's been the only one that's really been chit-chatting with me this entire time. Yeah, eBay does take fees. That's why they call it Feebay. But it is what it is. I mean, regardless, I'm still gonna make money off the phone. So. Okay. These dogs. Before, you should use the TCL. I've already made several videos on the TCL 10 Pro. I don't really need to do a review video on the TCL 10 Pro. Yeah, I mean, I can hold on to it a little bit longer. Like, that doesn't matter to me, right? But I don't really. There's really no reason for me to hold on to it anymore. I'm not really using it to make videos on the channel anymore. You know what I mean? And plus, Mikey Tech says TCL videos just are not popular right now. They don't get a lot of views, so if anything, you know, if I do end up selling it, maybe I'll end up buying like a new Galaxy phone or something like that, or maybe I don't know, something else, something different, obviously. But anyways, guys, thank you all for joining in tonight. You know, I hope you all keep me and my family in y'all's prayers. I want to give a shout out to everyone that was here tonight. I really appreciate you. And, you know, hopefully within the next couple days or whatever, or maybe in the next week or so, I'll post up another video letting you guys know how I'm doing. Continue to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and my other social medias just to maybe see any posts or anything like that. And as always, thank you all for watching, guys. So I really appreciate you being here. Y'all have a great night. Thank you all for watching. And y'all stay safe, be healthy, wash your hands, and wear that mask, okay?